Land Rover is supposed to be about adventure, but these days it's also about luxury, the famous badge likely inspiring just as many thoughts of high-rise limos as of wilderness-bashing trucks. The outgoing LR4 was decisively outsold in the United States by the posher Range Rover, which is why the new version, which returns to the Discovery name its predecessor kept in other markets, has moved upmarket. It has lost the square-rigged styling of the LR4 and earlier Discovery models and looks more compact than the prior version. This is a visual illusion. At 195.7 inches, it's actually 5.6 inches longer, while its 72.7-inch height is 1.6 inches shorter. The design language clearly shows its relationship to the Range Rover and the Range Rover Sport, although the Disco is taller and has fractionally less ostentation. The three cars share the same premium lightweight architecture platform and are set to be produced alongside one another at JLR's Solihull plant in the UK, with JLR also confirming the Discovery will be one of the cars produced at its new plant in Slovakia when that opens. The cabin is more convincingly upmarket, clearly aimed at buyers swayed by posher rivals such as the new Audi Q7 and Volvo XC90. Material quality feels a magnitude higher than in the LR4. The Discovery uses the analog instruments from the Evoque and Discovery Sport rather than the full digital panel of the Range Rover, but in every other regard it resembles its more expensive siblings in fit and finish. There's plenty of space and ample seating adjustments in the front, with equally impressive room and back. Power folding third-row seats will be an option in the United States, with the chairs motoring themselves up from the cargo floor and back again at the press of a button. Land Rover claims that these rearmost seats are adult size. That would depend on finding particularly flexible, uncomplaining volunteers, although there's more room in the way back than in the third row of the Mazda CX-9, which we don't classify as adult-friendly. It is much more spacious and practical than either of Land Rover's other 7-seat offerings, the Discovery Sport and the Range Rover Sport. Traveling gently did give a good chance to see part of the Atholl estates in Blair Atholl, which also is the home to Land Rover Experience Scotland. The full estate covers 134,000 acres and takes in the sort of spectacular Scottish scenery that usually gets immortalized on shortbread tins. It belongs to the 12th Duke of Atholl. Although he's South African, he retains the unlikely right, bequeathed by Queen Victoria to one of his predecessors, to have his own private army, the Atholl Highlanders. The regiment is purely ceremonial these days, but we didn't risk angering any of its kilt-clad members by ripping up any of the tracks too badly. The test venue was chosen to show off the Discovery's battery of off-road driving aids, which range from switchable modes for different types of terrain to a progress control system, think off-road cruise control, that tries to maintain a constant speed pretty much regardless of what you're driving over. There's an optional camera system that makes it easier to see over crests, and the development team also was proud to boast that the Disco can wade through up to 35.4 inches of water when riding on the optional air springs, although we didn't get a chance to test this assertion. Despite all the macho technology and mechanicals, one telling detail, as on the LR4, is that a low-range transfer case is available only as an option. Its take rate will give a good indication of how many people are buying the Discovery for its off-asphalt chops.